Silver bullion bulls, many like you and myself, those who pay attention to the physical fundamental drivers of the spot silver price market, have been waiting for some time now for one of the world's largest silver bullion demand markets to awaken from its pandemic slumber. The nation of India, which averaged annually over 171 million ounces of silver bullion demand throughout the 2010s, has been all but gone since the pandemic hit the global economy in early 2020. You can see this annual chart of Indian silver import volumes, updated through August 2021, reflects the dearth of Indian silver demand over the last 1.5 years of time. Well, that has now changed, with India having taken over 50 million ounces of silver bullion imports recently in September and October 2021 combined. The month of October 2021 reached close to 1,000 metric tons of silver imports into India. Remember how gold-silver bull markets typically operate for the so-called poor man's gold called silver. Often the climbing price of gold gets so high and cost prohibitive that would-be buyers switch their preference to cheaper silver bullion buying, as it offers many of the same attributes as gold but at a better value. This action in the aggregate kicks off the outperformance of silver versus still well-performing gold values and tightens the gold-silver ratio toward historically lower levels. The Silver Institute made headlines this week forecasting that silver investment demand is now at 6-year high levels and climbing. But again, most of that recently has been Western-driven. They failed to mention what's going to happen if India keeps up their recent torrid silver bullion importing pace. We will further examine the Silver Institute report a bit later in this week's update, but remember what happened in February of 2021, when Metals Focus and Ronan Manley reported on the fact that London was almost out of silver investment float within the ETF and warehousing. Hello there, on behalf of SDBullion.com, this is James Anderson, and this is your SD Bullion Market Update. Before we go further, please smash the like button so other sound money stackers can also see this content. And be sure to subscribe to our SD Bullion channel so you can get our latest market coverages, and also a chance at winning incredible bullion giveaways like this one.
What's better than winning a free tube of the new 2021 Type 2 Silver Eagle coins? How about winning 25 tubes? SD Bullion is at it again with the 2021 Silver Eagle Monster Box Sweepstakes. One lucky participant will become the proud new owner of 500 new Silver Eagle coins. We give you complete permission to freak out a bit here. Don't worry, we'll wait. Now that you have caught your breath and regained consciousness, head on over to sdbullion.com/sweepstakes for your chance to win.
Click the link below to enter your chance at winning this 2021 SD Bullion Type 2 American Silver Eagle Coin Monster Box giveaway of 500 Silver Eagle coins. Official sweepstakes rules can be found at www.sdbullion.com/sweepstakes. Good luck to all of you who enter and for your chance to win. The silver and gold markets had a slightly down week of spot price trading action. The gold-silver ratio is now back up to 75. Today, U.S. President Joe Biden was getting a routine health checkup, and thus the power of the executive office was briefly transferred to Vice President Kamala Harris, marking her as the first female with presidential power in the nation's history. Just a few weeks ago, here she is trying to explain away the massive price inflation U.S. citizens are now suffering under.
Prices have gone up, and families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more.
Not only in the USA are we seeing massive inflationary data prints, in Germany, it was also reported today that their producer prices have risen 18.4% over the past 2 Octobers, a level of inflationary gap not seen in almost 60 years. The devaluing fiat Turkish lira has made a lot of headlines recently, as Professor Steve Hanke has Turkey's annualized inflation rate at 46.58%, meaning that their fiat currency's purchasing power is halving on an annualized basis. Recall that in middle 2008, the fiat Turkish lira was almost at par with the fiat Federal Reserve note, or the so-called fiat US dollar at the time. Those in Turkey who held prudent physical bullion allocations since have not only protected their hard-earned savings, they've also been able to buy local goods and services at severe discounts since the first global financial crisis kicked off in 2008. The Silver Institute estimated this week that global silver demand will be over 1 billion ounces for the year 2021, up over 15% since the slow pandemic hit 2020. They note that physical silver investment demand should hit around 263 million ounces for this year, all while India has been mostly away from the market. They also note that unsecured silver exchange-traded funds are forecast to see an additional 150 million ounces of silver added this year. As a result, combined holdings will have risen a dramatic 564 million ounces over the past 3 years. We are again closing in on the record high level for silver ETF inventories reached back at the start of the Wall Street silver squeeze movement in early February 2021, again back when Metals Focus admitted that the seemingly lawless city of London was almost completely out of silver float in their collective silver warehouses. Now with India returning in earnest to the silver bullion demand fray, the 4 major contributing factors driving silver demand the world over, it's hard to not see silver as perhaps being the most asymmetric bet of this decade going forward at these historically undervalued spot price levels. Not to mention that the world is likely sleepwalking into a crisis of fiat currency confidence, which should drive heavy momentum and safe haven capital flows into the small physical and derivative precious metals complex to come. This is why only a few days ago I sat down with David Morgan of themorganreport.com to talk with him about the classic 10 Rules for Silver Investing that he wrote many years ago. It was a 44-minute discussion of basic guidelines for being a successful long-term silver bullion and silver mining share investor. It has insights for both new and veteran silver investors, which should add value to anyone who takes the time to watch it. I'll leave a link to that interview in the show notes below. If you've not seen it yet, go check it out. And that is all for this week's SD Bullion Market Update. As always, take great care of yourselves and those you love. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to give our video a thumbs up. To keep getting bullion-related news and industry insights, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Finally, hit that alert button so you know when we publish fresh content.